IGCSE Grade 7 live classes. So from today onwards, for next few months, every Monday at 7:30 Singapore time, we will be doing few mathematical concepts from Grade 7 MYP, which is also IGCSE syllabus. And let me just share my screen here so I can show you what book I'm going to use. So if you want to refer, you can use this book. So I will be using this book from Hayes and Harris, and this is pretty standard book for MYB. So you will get in any bookstore, or you can buy it online for if you want to have a soft copy version. Okay. So before we start, I want to give you a small background in ImproMaths. ImproMaths was started in 2013, so it's almost 9 years now, and I'm really very blessed to have found this opportunity. We have been in business since last 9 years and have taught almost 100 students up till now. And IGCSE is one of my specialties. I started this stream because I wanted to get you guys ready for your 7th grade mathematics, so that when you go to 8th standard, where I actually give one-on-one classes starting from 8th grade, you will be well prepared to start on the journey for your IGCSE 10th grade exams. Now, this class I don't want only limited to IGCSE. Anyone who is in grade 7 international syllabus or local Singapore syllabus can join these classes and work with me, because generally across the syllabuses, the topics are all pretty same. Only the kind of questions they're asked in the exam may differ. But since we are all doing basic concepts here, it will be very helpful for students of any curriculum who are grade 7 and above to attend these classes, and I'm sure you'll be benefited from this. You can leave me whatever questions you have, and I will definitely try to answer them, or you can email me your questions on impromaths@gmail.com, or you can visit our page, ImproMaths, and drop us a message. You can put your questions over there, and I will try to answer to my best capacity. So let's start. So today is the first day of these lessons, and I will like to start from number system. So since you were young, you started learning numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. First, you are learning the numbers from 1 onwards, then you go to 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, 1 to 10,000, 1 to 100,000, then 1 million, 10 million, and so onwards. So these all numbers which start from 1 onwards are called natural numbers. So they are like in the center of the number system. Let's give them a n here. Now outside the number system, there is something called as whole numbers. Now these whole numbers, they start from 0 onwards. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we introduce 0. Now, most of you who like mathematics realize that 0 has a lot of importance in mathematics, and slowly we will discover why. After whole numbers, there came integers, or to be specific, they are represented in a z. So up till now, we were only doing from 0 onwards. This is 0, and this is onwards. So these were all positive numbers. Okay, so before this, you didn't have to write plus 1, plus 256 like this. But once integers were introduced, we introduced the numbers that were on the left hand side of the 0. So these numbers were negative. Okay, so we introduced -3, -4, -80, and so on. So these numbers go from -infinity to infinity. So infinity is a very, very large number which we cannot and won't be able to figure out. Even if we count for the whole lifetime, we won't be able to reach infinity. It's so big. So we don't go till say that it's infinity. So this was our integers. Once integers were done, in between you were taught fractions. So here somewhere there were fractions. Okay. Now fractions are not whole numbers. They are 1 by 4, 3 by 8, 17 by 5. These are fractions. Then came decimals. 6.2, 18.0815. So these were decimals, but still they were all positives. In future, you will be learning about rational numbers and irrational numbers. We'll get there slowly, but these are, and all these things together, they are called real numbers. Now, why they're called real numbers? Because these numbers can be represented on a coordinate Cartesian plane. You can represent them on an x and y axis. So they can be represented on a straight line. So these are called real numbers. Okay, so they are real. They have some entity. They exist. Now there are a lot of other things in these numbers that we are going to learn today, but this is a general classification of numbers or general grouping of numbers according to what we do. So let's start with very basic, which you have been learning up till now, but since still it is very important, we are going to know how to write numbers in words and in, no, of course we don't know how to write in numbers in words basically. So let's say I have this 750,863. Now we give okay, let's put a 1 over here. So we put a comma for every three numbers starting from right to left. So going from right to left, we put a comma, and then we say units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. So we are going to write this number as 1 million 750,000 863. So why writing these numbers is important, because now all of you will start slowly going into the real world. And whenever we write bank checks or we write any kind of number for money specifically, we have to write it in words as well as in numbers. So you should know how to write your numbers in words. And that is the basic skill that will be needed once you get into the real life. Okay. Now, this seems pretty okay, right? So let's go to, let's say, decimal number. What do we have? Let's see, we have 13. Let's click on the number. 579.308. So how do we read this number? 579 point, we literally write point, 308. Now you have to write it as it is. It's not 308, it's 308. So anything that comes after the decimal point, you have to read the digits as they are. Okay, so let's say we have to write dollars. Let's say we have this dollars 2318 Okay, money. Okay, I'm going to give you small tips as we go along, so please pay attention. Money is always two decimal places because money is always out of 100 cents. So anything out of after decimal point has to be two decimal places. So if it is 60 cents, you can't write it as 0 0.6. You have to write 0.60. So you will realize this as you go ahead or you go into real world, that when it comes to money, the rules are slightly different than when you learn the significant numbers or significant figures next year. So how do we write this one? It's dollars. It's optional to write dollars in the end or in the front. It's okay. 2000 300 and 18 and 6 cents. So here we separate that 06 as 6 cents. We don't write it as $2,318.06. No, we don't do that. We write it in 6 cents. So every time we do something different, we have to like write it different ways. Now, those who are in actual IGCSE, we have to write the numbers in some also. It's called the Indian way of writing or non-international way of writing. So let's say we have the same. Okay, I forgot to copy that number. Here we have we have 1750863. I'll write it again here. 1750863. Now in Indian way of writing a number, we start from to left, same as international side. Only for the first one we put 3 numbers, but after that we start taking 2 numbers in a row. So this is still units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Still here it's okay. This becomes lakhs and 10 lakhs. So 1 million is 10 lakhs. So how will you write this one? 17 lakhs 50,000 863. Okay, so this is the writing of number systems. You have done this up till now, so you must be saying what she's saying. We have done this, we know how to do this. Next comes rounding of the numbers. Okay, rounding numbers. So we'll start with tens first. So there is a rule. If the number at the place you want to round is 5 or more, go to the next digit. If it is less than 5, keep the digit, or let's say keep the digit. Okay, so let's see how. First, we will round off to tens. Round to nearest tens. So first of all, let's say I have 32. So since I'm doing rounding to nearest tens, I will look at the units number. So we are going to look at units number or units digit. Okay, so units digit is 2, so it is less than 5. So it will go to 30. Keep the digit at tens, please. Please forgive me for my handwriting. So it will round off to 30. Now let's say I have 67. I'm looking at 7. It is, go to the next digit for tens, please. If I'm doing 67, I'll look at 7. Okay, 7 is more than 5. So I will go to 70. So you can write 32 is approximately equal to 30 and 67 is approximately equal to 70. Pretty simple, right? If it is less than 5, keep the digit on the tens place. If it is more than 5, go to the next digit for the tens place. So we are going to the next tens basically. And if we have like less than 5, we stay on at the tens which we are. So let's do a few more examples. Okay, I try to write better. Okay, rounding tens, nearest tens. So let's say I have 46. I'll look at 6. So it is more than 5. So it's approximately equal to 50. Now you must be thinking why I'm doing rounding off, why I'm doing all of this. Generally, when we do oral calculations, see, you people use calculator for everything. You'll start using calculator for everything from next year. And it becomes very difficult for your brain to start processing the numbers once you start using calculator. So rounding will help you to get an estimate of your answer. Let's say you go to fair price, okay, and your mother gave you only $20, and she said, "Don't exceed $20, whatever happens." Now you are checking the prices of the things which you want to buy, and it's very difficult to do 13.99 plus 2.75 plus something like that. But you will say, okay, this is 14, 2.75 is 3, it's already $17. So I only have $3 left. So this is where rounding can be used in the real life. This is just an example. As we go ahead, I will keep on giving you more and more real life examples. So you'll see that maths is around you everywhere. Anywhere you look, you will see something that is related to mathematics. You can even drop in those questions if you want, that what is maths related to, or how do we know that maths is related to this one, or how do we realize that, like that. And trust me, I will answer your questions to my best capability. Let's see if we have any questions. Okay, I'm very new at this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. Anyways, so real life questions are always welcome, and I'm going to see if we have any questions here. No questions, no problem. You can drop them in the comments after this. This specific video is going to be there for ever now on ImproMaths channel, so you can always drop in a question in the comments. or as I have given you the, you can always drop in a question there, or you can visit our Facebook page and you can drop in a question there, or I have a Instagram page for ImproMaths. You can drop in a question there. You have a lot of ways to reach me, and you're always welcome at ImproMaths to ask away your queries, and I will try my best to answer those. Anyways, so let's go ahead with our numbers. So 46 is approximately equal to 50. Let's say I have 35. Where do I go? So when I wrote the rules, it was 5 or more than 5. So this will still go to 40 because your unit's number is 5. Okay. Then let's say 3. Give me a number. Come on. How about 89? That's easy. It will be 90 and so on. So rounding to nearest tens is pretty easy. After this, let's say I'll give you a few questions. Maybe you write them down, solve them, and I'll give you answers at the end of it. So let's say first one is 27. Second one is 32. We have done 32, so actually, let's say 24. Third one is 58. Fourth one is 67. 67. I love that number. We have a bus near our house going number 67, so it always pops up. Let's see, 29 and 5. Let's say 92. Okay, so I will also write down these numbers with me so that in the end I will give you the answers for this. Okay, so first rounding to tens. First number is 27. Second number is 24. Third number is 58. Fourth number is 99. And fifth number is 92. So now let's move on to rounding through hundreds. Rounding to the nearest hundreds. Same rules apply. Only if it is 5, go to 5 or more, go to the next hundreds. If it is 5 less than 5, stay in the hundreds you are. So rounding to hundreds. Let's write the rules again. If it is less than 5, stay in the hundreds. Stay in the hundreds. The current number is. If it is 5 or more than 5, go to next hundreds. Okay, so let's take some examples. See, I have 156. Now we are going to look at the tens digits. Look at tens digits. So now our tens digits here is 5. So 5 or more than 5, go to the next 100. So it will be approximately 200. Sounds unfathomable, right? Yeah, but it's like that. And it gets easier as you practice. Next, let's say 308. So this digit is 0, so we go to 300. Next is, let's say, 985. This digit is 8, so we go to 1000. Okay. Let's see, after that we have 650. It's right in the middle. but still this digit is 5. So we go to 700. What do you think? Yes, now it's quiz time. You can write this down. I should have kept the other first one also. So let's see what else. Why we are doing this? Because I'm going to teach you estimation too. And estimation, question on estimation is one of the first few questions you get in any IGCSE exam. So let's say that I'm preparing you for your next few years worth of exams. So please pay attention. Okay. Okay. I assume that you have written down, and I am going to go to quiz time. Okay. Round off to nearest hundreds. Okay. First one, 252. Second one, 536. Third one, 785. Fourth one, 999. And fifth one is 639. Okay. So I will write these down, write the answers, and I will give you the answers at the end. So first one is 252. Second one is 536. Third one is 785. Fourth one is 999. Fifth one is 639. Okay. So now let's go to the last round of. It will get easier and easier. Sorry, people just flew away. It's going to get easier and easier as we go ahead. Okay. So same rule applies. Only here we have to look at the hundreds digits. So round off to nearest thousands. Look at hundreds digit. So let's say same rules, 5 or more, less than 5, stay in the thousands. Five or more, go to next thousands. Okay, so question 1. Let's say I have 2,824. So I won't look at these two numbers. I only look at this number. Okay, and this number is 8. So it is more than 5. So we are going to 3,000. So sorry for that interruption. Okay, so this one goes to 3,000. Second one, 3,581. This is very confusing. This is 1, this is 8, this one. But we are not going to look at the 100 units and ones digits. We are only going to look at the hundreds digits. So this one goes to 4,000. What about 2279. We'll only look at this two. And this is 2000. Okay. So write this down so that I can give you a small quiz. And we can go to estimate. Wow. I love estimate questions. These are very nice. Okay, assuming that your people have written this, I will delete this one and we will go to our question 9. Round to nearest thousands. So first one. Write this down so that we can give the answers at the end. So one is 1825. Second is 6432. Third is 13,862. Fourth is 50,581. And fifth one is 1,005. So next one that we are going to do is estimation. We are going to use our rounding off techniques to do the estimation that I was telling you about. So first, I want you to, let's say I have 75 plus 86. Okay. Now I will round this off to 80. And I will round this off to 90. So it's easy to add 80 and 90 instead of 75 and 86. So 80 plus 90 is 170. So this is estimation basically. Okay. Or let's say I have two numbers to be multiplied. Let's say I have 52 multiplied by 38. Now 52 will go to 50 and 8 will go to 40. And then I will have 50 into 40 is 2000. So estimated value of 52 into 38 is 2000. Or let's say I have 82 divided by 23. Okay, so 82 will go to 80. 23 will go to 20. So I have 4. 80 divided by 20 is 4. So these are all estimated values. Nobody is claiming that these are the exact values, but these are the estimated values. And they sometimes help you know whether your answer is right or wrong, depending on your skills of estimation. So as you go ahead and learning more complex problems, even when you have calculated, it's easy to quickly see if your answer is matching to the estimation that you have made. Okay. Of course, calculator is going to be pretty helpful, but sometimes will definitely save your life. If you come across a scenario like that, I will remind you. Okay. Okay. So let's see what happens if it is hundreds. So let's say I have 525 multiplied by 215. So this one rounds off to 500. This one rounds off to 200. So I have 5 into 2 is 10 and then 4 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100,000. Or let's say I have 600 divided by 296. So this one rounds off to 600. This one rounds off to 300. And then half 600 divided by 300 is 2. Let's say we have a 3-digit number and a 2-digit number. Let's say we have something like this: 827 divided by 39. So this goes to 800. This goes to 40. 800 divided by 40 is 20. So we can calculate these answers quickly. You can try this trick and you can have a very smart in front of your friends. Estimation is always going to make you look very smart and make smart choices also. Okay, so let's do some of you this and then we'll move on. Okay, so estimate. First one is 322 multiplied by 68. 4,216 multiplied by 38. Third one is 2,816 divided by, it's not 60, 827 divided by 592. And question 4 is 1,008 divided by 995. Okay. Again, I will write down the answers and review the correct answers at the end of the session. So we have only, oh my god, I have a lot of things in this. Maybe do these experiments in next session because this is a very long topic and we will enter into each other also. So this is 322 multiplied by 68 and 4216 multiplied by 38. 2827 divided by 592 and 1008 divided by 995. So we are also going to do word problems as we go on, and we're going to learn how to do word problems. Now, since we are on the topic of calculations, let's do board mass. Many of you will board mass. We learned it last year. Yes, we learned it last year, but still, keep on revising it because board mass is very, very important. Okay, so it is BODMAX. So what does it stand for? Brackets, operations, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So this is the steps you need to follow while solving your given problems. So always solve the brackets first. And whenever there are operations, you do division first, multiplication next, addition after that, and subtraction in the end. So we are going to do a few questions like this. Let's say we have bracket 10 multiplied by 2 divided by 5 plus the bracket 6 multiplied by 5 plus 2 multiplied by 3. This thing is divided by 12. So according to rules, brackets first. So we are going to solve 1, 2, and 3 brackets and open them. So 10 into 2 is 20 divided by 5 plus the square bracket remains because we are only resolving the round brackets. 6 into 5 is 30 plus 2 into 3 is 6 divided by 12. Now we are going to solve the square bracket. So 20 divided by 5 plus 36 divided by 12. As you go on solving the brackets, you have to remove the brackets also. Now, according to our operations, division first. So we are going to do these two divisions simultaneously. So 20 divided by 5 is 4 and 36 divided by 12 is 3. So answer is 7. Now, even for the brackets, there is a sequence. Round brackets first, then square, and then curly brackets. So generally, it's curly brackets inside square bracket, inside a round bracket. So we first go from inside out. We don't go from outside in. It's round bracket first, then square brackets, then curly brackets. We'll do a question to that effect, but I will like you all to try this stuff. Okay, so let's do a little bit complicated question. Curly bracket in, bracket 5 plus 3 divided by 2 plus 3 times 8 divided by 6 minus 3 times 1 divided by 3 plus, oh, this is here. 5 times 9 6. Okay, so start with the brackets first. This and this bracket first. So our curly bracket stays. Actually, it's meaningless, the curly bracket. Let's put this curly bracket over here instead of. Okay, so curly bracket stays, and even the square bracket stays. So we are only going to do these 4 small round brackets. So 5 plus 3 is 8 divided by 2 plus 24 divided by 6 minus 3 divided by 3. So curly bracket complete plus 45 plus 6. Now we are going to solve this square bracket first. So inside curly bracket we have 4 plus 4 minus 1 plus 45 6 is 51. So we have 4 plus 4 is 8 minus 1 plus 51. So we have 7 plus 51, we have 58. So this is how you go on solving. It looks like nice, right? Like a right angle triangle. Maybe upside down right angle. That's why I love numbers. Sometimes I make really pretty picture. You will learn how much I love numbers as progress. So what we are going to do is, I am going to give you a simple example, two examples, and then we will solve them together at the end of it. So let's see. This questions are easy. Asking question is easy. Okay. So we have 10 times 5 divided by 25 plus 4 times 3 multiplied by 2 minus 13 times 4 divided by 26 plus 8. And second one is going to be second one is going to be 5 plus 3 minus 6 plus 2 minus 10 divided by 5 plus 5 multiplied by 6. This is a simple one. It looks simple. It might not be. Let it back paper. This is my paper. This is my paper. I'm going to write these down too, so I can help. You can start solving it. Now the quizzes where I give you, so we can solve them together afterwards. This first one and the second one is plus 3 minus 6 plus 2 minus divided by 5 plus 5 plus 6. Okay, so now it is time to answer the questions which we had before. So first one is round off to 10. So first one is 27. Since the digit in the end is 7, it rounds off to 13. Second one is 24. Since the digit is 4, it rounds off to 20. Third one is 58. Since the last digit is 8, it rounds off to 60. Fourth one is 99. Since the last digit is 9, it will round off to 100. Fifth one is 92. Since the last digit is 2, it will round off to 90. I hope you're enjoying it, because I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm very nervous right now because this is my first live video, but yes, I'm really enjoying it. So check your answers and give yourself a pat on the back for the right answers. Even if you get one right, it's a bonus. If you get all right, if you get 4 rights, it's always a good thing to get something right. If you work hard, the number of rights will go on increasing. Trust me, the more mistakes you make, the better you learn. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Those who make mistakes learn faster, and those who work hard, only those people make mistakes. Those who don't work at all, there is no scope, they will make mistakes. So people who make a lot of mistakes and learn from them are going to progress faster than the people who are trying to avoid the mistakes. So trust me. Make as many mistakes as you want, but once you make a mistake, learn and don't repeat it. How does that sound? Learn to take the steps and apply them. Next one is round to hundreds. So first number is 252. Second number is 536. Third number is 785. Fourth number is 999. Fifth number is 639. So since our tens digit is 5, this will go to the next hundred, which is 300. Since our tens digit is 3, it will go to previous 100 or the current 100, which is 500. Since this is 8, it will go to 800. This one is 9, so it will round off to 1000. And this is 3, so it will go back to 600. Simple, right? Again, give yourself a round of applause. I'm so proud of all of you. Next one is round to nearest thousands. First one, 1825. Second one is 6432. Third one is 13862. Fourth one is 50581. Fifth one is 1005. So now, since we are nearing doing the nearest thousands, we are going to look at the hundreds numbers. So this one will go to 2000. This is 8. This one is 400, so it will go back to 6000. This one is 800, so it will go to 14,000. This one is 5, so it will go to 51,000. And this here, so it will 0, so it will go back to 1000. So hope you have got all of these correct, and you'll always remember this method. Okay. Next one is our estimate. So first one is 322 multiplied by 68. So this is approximately 300 into 70. So that goes to 21,000. 21 and 3 zeros. Second one is 4216 multiplied by 8. So it will approximately go to 4,000 into 40. So that one will give us and 4 zeros. So it is 160,000. One is 2827 divided by 592. So it will go to 3,000 divided by 600, which is equal to 5. And fourth one was 1008 divided by 995. So it is 1,000 divided by 1,000, which is equal to 1. So hope all of you have got the right answers. Okay, so last one is calculate. So we have so we have 10 into 5 divided by 25 plus 4 into 3 multiplied by 2 minus 13 times 4 divided by 26 plus 8. So all the brackets first. 10 into 5 is 50 divided by 25. We'll still keep the round bracket, square bracket, plus 4 is 12 into 2, and it's minus 13 into 4 is 52. Divided by 26 plus 8. So that is equal to 2 plus 24 minus 2 plus 8. These two first. So now these two first. We are going to, you can underline the things which you are going to calculate first. So this becomes 26 minus 2 plus 8. So I'm going to do these two first. So this becomes 24 plus 8, which is equal to 32. So final answer for this one is 32. And the last one is, this is a funny little one. Actually, it's very easy. So it's 5 plus 3 minus 6 plus 2 minus 10 divided by 5 plus 5 into 6. So we are going to do division first. So we have 5 plus 3 minus 6 plus 2 minus 2 plus 5 into 6. Next one is multiplication. So 5 plus 3 minus 6 plus 2 minus 2 plus 30. Now additions. 1. Okay. And so this is 8 minus 6 plus 2 minus 2 plus 30. So it is 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So 30. Oh, both of them are 32. So I hope you got the right answers. I hope you like today's session. In the next session, we will be doing index and exponent notation, like cubes and squares and what they mean and how to operate on them, how to calculate LCM and HCF using your cubes and everything. Till then, keep practicing. You can get the Hayes and Hayes book anywhere, in Popular or on Amazon or in any of the book selling websites, and you can always buy them there, or you can borrow it from any of the libraries that you go to or any of your school libraries. This book is pretty common, so it will find out anywhere. Okay, so till next time, I will see you on next Monday at 7:30 Singapore time. Bye bye.